Now, has your music caused you to have to sacrifice uh, in other sorts of relationships?
Not really. I never had any strange experiences. Sometimes people who do not know me well, they ask me what I do, and then I tell them what I do, and they're like, "Yeah, and what do you study?" And I say, "I study music. That's what I do." Oh, and then they get confused. And to be honest, if I see that that's the direction they're going towards, what are you gonna do with that? I just cut off before we go towards an argument,
Hmm.
and I say, I think you're great, but I gotta go. Um, and I will never argue about it. Because there are people who
All
truly
right.
don't understand that what we do is not a hobby, it's
Right.
what we do.
But to this point, there's this. Did you see the movie Whiplash?
Yes.
Okay. Now I'm gonna. Oh, okay. So let me. Okay. So my dad, who was my teacher all the way until I went to college, um, he started watching the movie and he turned it off. And then he called me and he said, "Have you seen this movie Whiplash?" I said, "I haven't seen it yet. I'm probably going to watch it because a lot of my students, have asked me questions about it, and I want to be able to, speak, intelligently about the movie. So eventually I'm going to watch the movie." And man, he just started going in on the movie. He was like, I mean, what kind of crazy premise is this that, threats and, throwing stuff at people and stuff like that is going to make them better musicians? It's totally ridiculous. I mean, he was like this. But, there was something in that movie. There's a scene in the movie that I think every every musician can relate to on some level. And it was the scene where I think he was at his girlfriend's house or something, and they were eating, and then they started asking him all of these questions about what he was going to do for his career. So what are you going to do with music? How are you going to pay your bills and blah blah blah. They started this kind of thing, and uh, and that's tough. The thing is that I think uh, parents and friends and other people, I think that they think that they're doing uh, a service. They're helping you by by expressing a lot of these views, and so they feel compelled. They feel compelled to share them, to say this stuff, and it's like, yeah, you really should kind of keep that stuff to yourself. Um, and the thing that you said about the hobby, you know, because I love what I do, I think so few people get to do something with their life that they actually love doing. And so when people see musicians as loving what it is that they do, I think they don't have a place for that. So, you know, I've done the thing like all musicians have, where you go to some private party and then it gets out that you're a musician, and I almost don't even want to have those conversations. No, but it gets out that you're a musician, and then somebody invariably says, "Oh, you should have brought your saxophone with you, or you should have brought your instrument with you. Man, we would have loved to hear you play." Like this, as if, um, look, hey man, you're a plumber. You know what? You should have brought your stuff with you. I have a toilet in here that needs, you know, it's like, why do people think that because you're a musician that means that you're just ready to jump up and start playing anytime? And by the way, I get paid for what it is that I do. So, you know, anyhow, I just, yeah.
I completely agree with that, and some people will never understand that. I still don't have my own family, but one day hopefully I will, and I gotta feed my kids out of something, and this is what I did 4 degrees for, and I'm
Mm.
not gonna do it. Sometimes, yes, for the best friend, we play for free and all that, but not for everyone, right?